Hello everyone, this is Marcia from Jillibean Soup, and I'm here today to give you a glass etching tutorial. So I am using some folk art glass etching cream. You can also use Armor Etch. I've used both and they work equally well. And I selected this Chocolate Bunnies Candy Company cut file and printed it out on just a plain piece of printer paper, just so that I could verify the size. I'm using a plate with a slight curve on the edges, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't etching too far up on the edges where it starts to curve. So then I cut it out of vinyl, and with my silhouette with a heavy vinyl I cut it on a 2. If I use a lighter weight vinyl I cut it at a 1. So then I weed out the parts where the etching cream is going to go. And I like to use a dental pick for my weeding. It works the best for hooking into those unwanted pieces and pulling them out. So then the next step is to transfer the vinyl onto transfer tape. I like to use a bone folder to rub over the top of the transfer tape to make sure everything has adhered. There are a lot of very small pieces to this cut file. So then the next step is to transfer the vinyl to the plate. So I just eyeball it. It helps to kind of see where I have that printer paper underneath, to eyeball where I want the vinyl to go. So the vinyl sticks very quickly, so you want to make sure that if it sticks down, that's pretty much where it's going to go. Then we're going to carefully peel back the transfer tape, and you want to make sure that all of the stencil has transferred to the plate. If not, just put the tape back over and rub it again. So you see me doing that a couple times on here. Then you make sure that the edges are all sealed. So you don't want the etching cream to leak out under the edge of the stencil anywhere. So adjust any parts of the stencil where it's not adhered totally to the plate. Alright, so the next step is you need to protect your work surface and put on some protective gloves. This etching cream is very corrosive and you do not want to get it on your skin, so be careful. So then carefully apply this etching cream to all of the openings in your stencil. So the etching cream is really thick, so it won't take much to cover everything. Once you have everything covered, you're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to rinse our plate under some running water. We're going to remove this stencil after it's rinsed under the running water, so don't worry about removing it beforehand. So once it's rinsed, we're going to remove the vinyl, and I use a spatula to get those little tiny pieces off the plate. I didn't want to scratch the surface with anything, so a spatula worked wonderful to do that. And you can already see the design coming through here on the plate with the chocolate and the bunnies. This is just really going to be a family heirloom, or even if you decide to give it as a gift, this is a really unique gift that would be treasured for years. So here are some close-up pictures of the etching on here. I hope you can see how beautiful that it all turned out. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Bye-bye now.